So, you see, it's pretty well glued together already. So, next up, put our screws in. So what you want to do is turn it upside down. You want to put several pilot holes in. I don't think I'm going to put quite as many in this one as I did the other one. I don't think I'll need that many. I'm going to bring it all the way around to there. Just follow it all the way around. And this right here won't put anything in there at all, just like the other one. Yeah, right about there looks good. You want to bring it straight down. So you want to have it straight up and down. And that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. As you can see, I've got the holes that I want drilled and ready for the screws. Unfortunately, I had me a little bit of a mishap while doing this, and bent my drill bit. Luckily, I had a spare, not the exact same type. This had the set point with the outriggers that let it get down in there real good and grab it. So I had another drill bit and I used that. It worked, but yeah. So the reason that happened is I was drilling in succession too quickly, overheated that little bit, and when I went to go press down on the next hole, bent the sucker because it was warm from the heat, and the heat allowed just bend metal. So it was pretty warm when I pulled out. It's cool now. Alright, so now that we got that done, our next step is to put in our screws. That's done. And as you can see right here, I've got that gap right there. You can just barely make it out. So you put a little shadow behind there. If I tried to drill into that, I'd drill this close, and then when putting the screw into this bolt hole here, come out into that notch, it's going to try to pull like this. If I try to put that on there, it'd pull like this, and then this wouldn't be square with the bracket right here. Because you want this right here. Now that it's on there, you can see what it's going to look like when we put our top bracket on here. Like so. Line up the back here with the edge of this, and you'll see that this sits just before it goes all the way down. Alright, and if I can hold that with my knee, get my padding. Luckily this one here is marked front, so I know which way it goes. If you got a weird shape like this, you need to make sure, because the holes are lined up specifically for here. So you want to make sure you're putting this on the right direction. And just put that on roughly there. It's sitting on the floor, so, but you can see it looks somewhat like this now. And actually, this little cushion is holding this up. So this cushion goes right over the top of this. And that will set right there. And then it'll look something like this. So, I'm going to go ahead and glue this on here. And set a couple of screw holes in top to put it down. So, got my glue again. And I'm going to run a bead right along this top here. Now this is that 2-hour set stuff, so I'm going to have to get a little creative on how I do this. Got my glue. I'm going to go ahead and put just a thin bead right along the top. Alright. always make sure you cap your glue. Otherwise this stuff may try to dry out on you. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do, take this right here, I'm going to line it up, and there we go. I got it right up against the wood here. Alright. Trying to match it up to be as even as possible. So this is the part where I'm going to have to hold this by hand for a little while. It might take upwards of 2 to 5 minutes to set enough that you can let it go. And then you're going to want to find a way to hold it in place. Okay, so I got the glue on there. Held it for like 5 minutes. It still wouldn't. Every time I let go of it, it still came loose. Like I said, it takes the Gorilla Glue a long time to set up. So what I did is I managed to hold it just long enough. I held the board with my knee. I got a drill bit out and I drilled a couple of pilot holes on the top, which I didn't do with the other one. For some strange reason, the other one didn't need to do it. But I held it down pretty good here and here. So that'll also help hold it this way when I put a lot of pressure on that stick, because let's face it, that stick's going to be going all over the heck. So you want as much support as you're going to get. So I got the top in there seated down pretty good so far. So I'm going to set this on top of this briefcase here, because that edge hangs out over the side of it. You can see, locks onto that side of the briefcase. You can see right there. Thinking about putting one more screw here, coming down in there, just to make sure that that's down, but this may work. So now I'm going to put the brackets on. I'm going to put one here, a little one here, another big one here, just like I did on this. Okay, so my chair is now complete. As you can see, I have the left side on there. This right here, I just glued this piece on right here, so it's going to take a while to dry. And you can see the brackets are on both sides. Here it is, my chair. So I can get a nice zoom out view of it. So as you can see, that's what it's going to look like. But only it's going to have CH gear on it. Rudder pedals are going to go right there. And I can just come in here, sit on down. Just got my hands on my throttle here. Put my hands on my stick. I'm ready to go. So that is poor dog. She wants love. That is how this is gonna go. Now the whole chair, after I get the room cleaned up from the mess of making it, is gonna go here for now. Because I only have the one computer. Once Star Citizen releases the minimum recommended specs for the finished game, I will be building a new system. So got this over here. This will stay part of this desk, and then these right here will go on the chair, and then I'll get myself a little laptop tray that you can put in your lap, and I'll just run a keyboard mouse cordless or something like that on there. So here we go, and the rudder pedals down there will be over there. So in my next video I will give it a shot and see what happens. Thanks for watching.